What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and what you're looking at is the box of the POC Fornix ski and snowboard helmet. Now I'm not sure if it's POC or POC, but we'll stick with POC for now on. POC obviously is a brand that makes anything from bike helmets to ski gear, snowboard goggles and sunglasses and everything in between. This is obviously from their winter sport or snow line, and it's the Fornix helmet in medium large 55 to 58, as you can tell by the sticker. Now the box is not that exciting, it's just a white box with nothing much to see, but it is what is inside that counts. And the good part is that your helmet comes in a bag. Now that's something I always wondered with helmets, especially ski and snowboard helmets. You know, you scratch and dent them most when you're transporting them in your bag full of ski gear or, you know, in your car, wherever, which is not what you want because you want to keep it nice and shiny. So it's actually very nice that they include this sort of soft fabric bag. It's not a microfiber or anything, but it's just something to keep your helmet safe. And I kind of like that. Now, obviously, taking this off, the star of the show is the helmet itself. Let's put it this way, with the POC logo, as you can see. Now this is the basic edition sort of the Fornix helm lineup. You can get them with all kinds of extra features, speakers, so on. I kind of like this basic version because, you know, if I want something else, I'll usually either bring it myself or I don't really need it at all. So let's take a look at the helmet to begin with. This is the shiny piano black version, as you can see. There's a whole other range of colors available as well, but the white, black and steel gray come in shiny. All the other ones are matte. And I have to say that this shiny, it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, as you can probably tell already. And I think this is going to scratch pretty quickly over time as well. So you might want to consider the matte options instead. Anyway, you got some ear cups here on the side with some nice cushioning that we'll get to in a minute. Here on the top is actually the first feature right away. You can see these vents right here that if I slide this switch, open up. I hope you can see the difference. You can actually see my hand through here now, and when I close it up, then you can't. This is actually a feature I really like because I tend to get quite warm in my helmet, especially when you're wearing it for longer periods of time. And when there's no ventilation, obviously you're going to overheat. You have to kind of take your helmet off with the risk of dropping it out of the lift and so on, which is not something you like. The vents here on the top are excellent because, you know, when you get a bit hot, you just open it up and some hot air can escape, and when it gets cold again, you close it up and all is well. So very nice system. We got some printing and design elements here on the back with the POC logo. This is something I really don't understand. It says content, which is how the helmet is constructed, and I can sort of see that you would put a sticker here that explains all that, but I really don't understand why this is not a sticker, it's edged in. That's a stupid design choice, I think. It makes no sense to me. Why would anybody be interested in that other than a sticker? Doesn't matter. Underneath is the rubber goggle strap clip. You just pull it loose, put the strap underneath, hook it in place. Excellent. I actually prefer this over a system with like a click button because they tend to get undone, and this is very hard to undo. And as you can see, it has screws, so when the rubber wears out over time or breaks, you can just replace this and all is well with the world. Sizing, that is a sticker actually made in Sweden, which is also kind of nice. And then you have a wheel here to adjust the tightness here on the strap on the back of your head. It's not a click wheel for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but you can adjust it, so that's quite nice. It's not the nicest system in the world, I have to say. It's the mechanism is sort of in the way of the helmet, so you can't really turn it properly. It's not very nice. They could have done a better job there, I think. But it does work, and you know, you just set it to your preferred setting, and that's how you'll probably keep it anyway. But still, we got some more ventilation here on the front, and then on the inside, what is also important, you might be able to read this. It says goggle vent. There's actually two vents here that are designed to let the heat from your goggles escape through your helmet and out here through the front. Which in theory sounds really good. In practice, does that really work? Hard to say conclusively. I'd say it adds a little bit of extra ventilation, you know, because obviously your goggles are supposed to fit snugly here on the bottom of the helmet, which I'll show later. So I suppose, yeah, technically speaking, there's some ventilation. And when you're, you know, snowboarding or skiing, Cold air is coming in here anyways and will sort of go into your goggles as well. So, you know, in theory it does work. In practice you're not going to notice it that much. It's a bit of a feature for the sake of a feature. But the idea is good. I suppose when you're, you know, in some kind of very high performance environment, it might actually add something to your experience. But overall, well, not that much. Then on the inside, we got some nice cushioning on the ear pads, which is nice. And actually the cushioning, as you can see, it goes around your ear, and then the part where your ear is actually thinner, so you can still hear anything that's going on around you. Inside, nice cushioning as well. Here you can also see that ventilation system. I'll show you again how it opens and closes. So that's altogether, it's a very comfortable helmet, which is obviously key because you're going to be wearing this for longer periods of time. And you know, comfort is the major factor besides obviously the safety that it's supposed to give you. Now, the safety it will give you for sure, because it has an aramid or Kevlar structure underneath, which obviously provides for a lot of rigidity and safety. But at the same time it's very light. This helmet only weighs 420 grams, so that is nice and light, and definitely not something that will get annoying over time. So that's definitely a good job by POC there. Other than that, yeah, it's a helmet, you know, it's nothing too shocking, it does exactly what you expect it does. The strap, actually the last thing to point out, has a nice bit of cushioning here, which is nice under your chin, and there's plenty of adjustability here, which is always a key to make sure it fits. Pretty, you know, standard system here. Would have been nice maybe to see a system where you could sort of adjust the size or fine-tune the size maybe in the clip. You see some click systems in other helmets here, but this, you know, works. And it's the same thing as with the adjustability here on the back. You set it once to your preferred setting, and that's really where you'll keep it probably till at least till next season, or when you change goggles or anything maybe. Now clearly there's only so much I can tell you about this helmet without putting it on. So without further ado, let's try it. I know my size, so I know it's going to fit, so there's no surprise there. And as you can see, it is nice and snug, fits pretty much perfect for me. And a size bigger definitely would be loose, and a size smaller definitely wouldn't fit. But the big one is the goggle fit. Here we got a big pair of spherical goggles from Be Nice that we did a video on. I'll link it up above here. And when I put this on with the clip here in the back, you can see that it fits pretty much like a glove. Absolutely no edge here whatsoever where wind can come through. Also here on the sides, perfect fit. Now clearly this is only you know, one pair of goggles, but I tried it out with a bunch of goggles that I own, and pretty much the same result all around. It is gonna, you know, slightly differ depending on which goggle you have, because it's compatible with most goggles, but obviously not all goggles. So make sure you check that out when you're buying a helmet. But as you can see, the goggles are nice and secure behind the strap here. Fit nice around the helmet. You can even fit the goggles under the helmet if that's your kind of style. But I think all around it is quite a nice package this way. Alright, conclusion time. What do we make of the POC Fornix ski and snowboard helmet? I like it a lot. There is a lot to like in this package. It's light, it's well made, it's a good construction, it's a well thought through design. So those are all, you know, things you're looking for in a helmet. Personally, I really like the ventilation here on top. Like I said, because I get hot really quickly. And I think overall it's a very stylish and simple yet elegant design that is very functional, which is exactly what you want in a helmet. The piano black might not be for everybody, and obviously, you know, you have to make sure it fits your particular set of ski or snowboard goggles, but it's just a matter of trying it out. There's not really any downsides except for, you know, the design and some prints here, like I pointed out. But this is a very stylish helmet that will certainly make you happy on your ski trips, and most of all, keep your head safe, which is what it's all about in the end. I like it, and I think for the money you're getting a very good product, which is obviously exactly what you want when it comes to protection. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the POC Fornix ski and snowboard helmet. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel as well, because that really helps us out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!